Under this video, we're going to show you how to create tests and quizzes and how to edit one. So the first thing you have to do is create a content page. So under that plus sign, you would click content area, and then you would, we've already created one, so then you would name it, I named it tests and quizzes, and then once you have your content area, you can start building your quizzes and tests. So under assessment, you would click on test, and then you could build a quiz or midterm or whatever. So Jennifer's going to walk us through how to create one. So she clicked on create. She's calling it test 1. And this is a description for your students. There we go. And I just have some instructions for the students on the test. So that's just a narrative. And then scroll down to submit. And there's a lot of clicks of the submit button when you're creating a test. Next, it's create question. It's kind of going in and out for, I'm sorry, I have to get close. Okay.
So say you have a multiple choice.
So multiple choice might be one of your examples. And
here,
then you just type in the question. One of the things I suggest is that you have a Word document of all your test questions, and then you just copy paste the questions rather than I would not create them from scratch in Blackboard. I'd have a Word document with all my test questions, tests, and then I would copy them so that way I have a backup on the hard drive. So that says, oh, it's telling you how you want it, lowercase numbers for the answers. Random order is really good for different students, so they're not all getting the same question.
you put each
And there you would put each answer. So answer 1, answer 2, and where do you click for the correct answer? Do you actually have to click on which one's the correct one?
Correct.
Okay, so the correct one, you would click on it, and then whichever one it is, and you type in your answers. And the Blackboard, when you click on that random, it'll make each test different for each student, but it still allows the correct answer to be the right one.
So if they get it right,
Whatever feedback you want to give them, if any, you don't have to. And then you submit, yeah? Oh, you know what? I think I have a zoom in feature on this. Let me try. Because I don't have to lean so far in. Nope. And now,
that's what you will see.
okay, so then you'll see what your question looks like. And then,
I'm going to create another one.
okay, and then can you go to one that's already created, and we'll look at how to change, like how to edit it, or the different things you can click on, whether it's a limited amount of time for them to take or what it might be. So if you just click on the drop down, you can edit the test itself. Is that what you just clicked on?
Go back.
Okay, so that drop down, edit the test. This is actually editing the test options, when it's available, how many times they can take it, things like that. And so this is one that's already made. So there's, I think for this one there's 5 true, false, and 5 multiple choice. So that's what those are, and then you say OK.
And then I'll go to the test options.
Test options, okay, so I think that's the one where you, let's see here. Test availability, make the link available, add a new announcement or not. Number of attempts, allow unlimited attempts if you're going to let them take it multiple times, or how many attempts you'll allow. If you want it timed, that's where you'd set the timer. When you want the display date for it to be open, when you want it to close, where they can't have access to it anymore. If you want to open a test just for one student, you can create a password, and then you have to give that one student the password if they are making up a test. So that's where you do it there. And then due date is different than the closing date. So I know for the assignments for due date, it'll allow you to have a closing date if you're going to deduct for late points or something. But I think I have, do I have the due date the same as the end date? Exact date and time? Okay. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, show test results after they take the test. So this could be after submission or after due date. So if they're doing it multiple times and you're allowing them to see the answers, you might want to do after due date. They can't see the answers until the test is closed. So that's up to you what you choose. I don't know what that is. All at once?
All at once.
The whole test at once, which I don't know why you would want to do it differently. And then you just submit. But we didn't make any changes, so we can cancel. That's it, right?
Correct.
So that's it for the test options. There's quite a lot to do for the test options. So if you use a TA, if you have a TA create it for you, you really want to go through and check what you want, figure out what you want, and then so that way each test can be created the same. So I think that's it. Is there anything else you can think of?
No, there is a different way to set it up. We can do
Okay.
a different video.
Well, okay. Blackboard, the Blackboard videos, I think they show a different way, but we found for this to be the easiest as far as we were concerned.